Hi guys, it's Tuesday again with another layout for you. And this one is using a cut file. Surprise, surprise. So I'm going to start out with this cut file from Cut to You, and it's called Lemons. Nice and easy to remember. Just a really cute bunch of lemons that I sized down just a little bit. Actually, I think I sized it up. I was going to make it really big, but then I think I decided to go ahead and size it down a little bit. Anyway, it's not as big as I normally do, but I just think it turned out fun. And I did have a bunch of scraps that were yellow. Plus, I had this really old collection of papers from Basil. When they used to come out with pattern paper collections, they would have a cardstock collection that matched it perfectly, and I would pick those up at convention. We have the Great American Scrapbook Convention the first week in June in the Dallas area, so I used to go there in every single year. It was like tradition, and I loved it, but it got to a point where a lot of the items that were coming in were old and discounted and kind of like grab bags and dollar items, and it just kind of turned me off from going to convention. And I used to take the classes, and I don't really want to take classes anymore, so that doesn't appeal. So it's just kind of changed over the years. But used to, I would spend, oh my gosh, if I went to convention, it was a good $1,000 to, and I live in Dallas, so it wasn't like I had to rent a hotel room or anything like that. I would just drive in. But there were women that were so diehard, they would come from all over, from different states. I don't know why I'm taking so long to come back. I guess I let the footage run for a while. I apologize about that, but we're almost to the end of it. Anyway, I do end up backing this with some of that basil paper called Rusted Sun, and that's going to make up the large size of the lemons. But the little inside of the lemon, I just had this tiny little scrap of bright yellow that I ended up putting the center of that lemon slice on top of the lemons. I'm going to get my words together here. It's just, I guess it's throwing me because I'm missing an action on the footage. I apologize. I don't really want to have to redo the entire video, but here we go. I think I'm back. So, I end up making a very vibrant and colorful layout here, and you're going to see what I mean. I pull in some Paige Evans, I believe that's from Turn the Page. Yeah. Paper number 2, and that big floral background is going to be the background for my layout. So you can see all the bright, bold greens and color, the yellow, that I put into back the cut file. And now I'm going to take some more of those bright colors and some pinks, and I'm going to back the photo. This photo is a picture of a t-shirt that I got when I was trying out veganism, and Bab got it for me. It's so cute because if you're not familiar with seitan, then seitan is a plant-based meat alternative. And so he thought that this was really funny because it's got a plant molecule and this kind of gothic script that says "Hail Satan," and I've gotten a few looks for wearing it, but it's because I guess people don't understand the meaning behind the purpose of seitan, it being a meat alternative. And I did like it. We still buy seitan bacon. And Bab loves seitan bacon, so if you haven't tried it, it's definitely worth a try. I did not care for tempeh very much, but seitan was delicious. So learned a little bit more diversity in my palate when I was experimenting with it, and really did enjoy. I enjoyed eating differently and giving myself some guidelines to follow, but it just didn't settle well with my body and the nourishment that I need. So I had to go back to doing what I know works. So I did take this little cut apart that was, I believe, just in my scraps, I'm going to trim out this little lemon and leaf sprig, and I am going to pop it up and put it just to the lower right of the photo here. So you can see that I'm trimming that out. And again, I apologize. I don't know why I didn't fast forward through this. I must have been distracted by something. Sometimes Bab will sit in my craft room and he'll play video games or music or update the computer or something of that nature. And so that must have been one of the times when I was paying more attention to him and my scrapbooking than I was the video rolling. I did try to add some of those little tickets from Maggie Holmes' carousel collection, which you can see I tucked just at the top of the photo, but those don't end up making it onto the layout. I just felt like they blended in too much with the background, and I wanted the photo and the forward pieces to stand out against this busy background. So I think I'm just about done trimming out this little sprig and lemon. I've really been into lemons lately. I don't know what it is. I used to not be a big fan of lemons, but it's just so detoxifying and so immune boosting, and now I really enjoy adding lemon to a lot of my dishes. And I think when I bought this cookbook, it's called Jerusalem Cookbook, they add a lot of lemons and turmeric and things of that nature. And I went to California and visited Bab's aunt and uncle, and she had made me the most lovely turmeric and ginger and lemon tea with some Yunnan tea leaves, and it was so delicious. And so if you're in California, you probably know Meyer lemons are almost the size of your head, and I just fell in love with those lemons and have kind of incorporated lemons into my life on a daily basis now. So I'm kind of going through some ephemera. I had this one label that says best day in my little scrap bowl, and I found some ephemera pieces from Pink Fresh Studio Simple and Sweet collection, and I was digging into another collection here, but I don't end up using anything from that collection, and I can't remember it, but it's basically made for, it's a youthful collection. I must have gotten it in a Hip Kit Club kit because I wouldn't normally pick that particular ephemera, but it'll be good for pictures with Ella because it's more on the childish side. So the Simple and Sweet and some of these other items that I'm pulling, like additional lemons, are and this label that says taking my sweet time, all of those are from that Pink Fresh Studio Simple and Sweet ephemera collection. So I am going to build up a couple of clusters here. I'm just kind of going through the interview process of where I want things to fall, and I do make that little banner up at the top stick out just a little bit better because I'm going to add some embellishments to it as well. And I love the other lemons in this collection, so it looks like a variety of lemons, like just this big wonderful cluster of bright fresh fruit. I just love it. That one little circle label says let your heart sing, and that's also from that ephemera pack. And I can't remember where the one that is a circle above the photo came from. I don't think it's from that same collection. I think it's from a different Pink Fresh or Citrus Twist collection, but it says moments like these. And this little cup that I am popping up is from Dear Lizzie's Die Cut Shapes. Oh, I remember where that other ephemera collection came from. It is also Dear Lizzie, and it was just like mermaids and ice cream trucks and ice cream and stuff like that. And if you know me, I don't really eat junk food or fast food, or I cook my own food, except for the one night we like to go to this little Mexican food restaurant on Friday nights, even though, with COVID, we haven't been able to do that. But I'm really into fresh, wholesome, healthy foods. and I really thrive on eating that way. So I just didn't feel in tune with ice cream trucks and ice cream cones, and there seems to be a lot of cakes and cupcakes and stuff like that in some of these collections, and it just didn't resonate with me, so I didn't end up using them. I thought I would use this word love as part of a title or incorporate it in some way because it is navy and the photo is navy, but I don't end up using that either. And I was trying to figure out how to use some of these leatherette stickers, and I don't end up using them either. So they're going to go back into the stash. So this is from Citrus Twist. I'm looking at adding a couple of labels from it, and they don't make it onto the page either. I do end up tucking, there was a cut apart sheet, and I had cut apart several little labels, and I do end up tucking that behind the banner, and then some of these little puffy heart stickers that I want to say are from Citrus Twist as well. So I did get this large bright green color. This bright green came in a Hip Kit Club. I want to say it was the March or April collection. And I love how vibrant it is. I knew the minute I saw it that I wanted to use it as soon as possible. And I think it turned out to be the perfect pop of green. And so here's where I did dig into some of my alpha stickers. This is from Pink Paisley Color Wash, and it's an alpha chipboard, and I am going to make my title Veganism. And I'm going to glue those down because there's no more sticky left on them. And I've managed to use these a couple of times recently, and they are a old throwback, so I'm happy. I'm getting down to just a few of those stickers left, but I've made good use of them recently, so very happy about that. I'm going to finish up with some white acrylic paint that's watered down, as I like to do, and sprinkle that around the layout. And I guess that's it. I guess that wraps up the layout. So I hope you like it. If you don't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And it just, it tells YouTube that maybe others might be interested in my channel. And when I launch my health coaching, I am going to have a second channel that's related to health and wellness. So I'll give you all some information on that as that gets closer. But I guess that is it. I will have another video for you in a couple of days. Stay safe, and I will talk to you later. Ta-ta for now. Bye.